You clicked on this video, and just by looking at this image, you can already guess what Suge Knight is going to say. This happened during the 1995 Source Awards, and many dramatic events unfolded after those words were spoken. The murder of Suge Knight's close friend, the East Coast-West Coast rivalry, and the most tragic of all, the deaths of Tupac and Biggie. Suge himself stated that, after that night, everything went downhill, even though initially, as everyone knows, Suge and Puff were extremely good friends. At that time, Suge already had Death Row, while Puff had just founded Bad Boy Records, preparing Biggie's Ready to Die album. Puffy was interested in Suge's opinion on the release and also inquired about using some instrumentals from the album. As for the Source Awards ceremony, it all started thanks to the guys from Boston, David Mays and Jonathan Shear, in 1988. The Source magazine was the most read in hip-hop journalism, and until the early 90s, each issue was a work of art in itself. With dominance on the stands, the idea of a natural brand extension emerged, an awards show. In 1991, The Source began handing out trophies. A special episode of Yo MTV Raps 3 years later turned into a full-fledged production, including a show at Madison Square Garden's Paramount Theater, the first annual Source Music Awards, making its mark on the music scene. Bad Boy Records in 1995 was on the rise, with its artists leading the music industry. Biggie's hits were played at every party. The rivalry between Bad Boy Records and Death Row was intense, with Suge Knight feeling that the West Coast was not getting the attention it deserved. Ice Cube stated that New York didn't show respect to West Coast peers, while Tim Dog released a provocative track called F*** Compton that sparked responses, particularly aimed at NWA members. Interestingly, Tim Dog was nearly killed in San Francisco after the song's release. Shock G, who had collaborated with Pac, also entered the scene. On August 3, 1995, The Source returned to the same Madison Square Garden's Paramount Theater, but the hip-hop landscape had drastically changed. Biggie, who won the New Artist of the Year award, took the stage wishing peace to everyone. Next, Outkast went on stage, won in the New Artist of the Year category, and received a mixed reaction. Andre realized they weren't welcome and taunted the audience, saying, "But that's how it is. I'm tired of closed-minded people, you know? We got a demo tape that nobody wants to hear, but it's like the South got something to say. That's all I got to say. Yeah." After that, Biggie won another award, this time for Lyricist of the Year, representing Brooklyn. 40 minutes later, Death Row finally won its first award for the Best Rap Music Video, and the winner was the Natural Born Killers music video. Dre didn't react much to the award, nor did the audience in general. As this victory doesn't even compare to Bad Boy Records, not even close, I gotta shout out to everyone in the midst of the wars, it was worth it. After Dre's words, the Bad Boy Records performance began, surrounded by shady characters. Next up was the nomination for the Soundtrack of the Year award, which was won by Death Row Records. Suge Knight and Danny Boy took the stage, with the Death Row boss sending greetings to Tupac, who was in prison at the time, telling him to take care and throwing shade at Puff Daddy. The entire crowd booing, and Suge got upset because Puff tried to be involved in all his projects, didn't let the artist shine, only thought about himself. In summary, Suge's opinion was that Bad Boy Records needed fame, not money. After such an intense performance by Suge, Dre won the Producer of the Year award, and he and Snoop had a tough moment. Dre tried to stay calm, while Snoop couldn't handle such negative reactions. Dre won the award and was about to say something, and I just grabbed the microphone and thought, forget it, I need to. This was followed by a performance by the Bone Thugs and Harmony Group, and, as Crazy Bone claims, they had information that Suge offered $10,000 for his henchmen to attack them. They told me it would be like paying $10,000 to go there and attack you guys with staffs, explained that Suge felt disrespected by the group's music video on the first day of the month, in which several members wore caps, a trademark of Death Row's fashion at the time, which were on fire. The Wu-Tang Clan won the Group of the Year award. They also wanted to calm people and wish peace to everyone on behalf of peace. Let's say peace, right? 1, 2, 3, peace. We're here forever, baby. Moving on, Craig Mack won the Song of the Year award with his song Flavor in Your Ear. And there was one more award, won by Bad Boy Records, the Album of the Year award, which was, of course, for Biggie's Ready to Die album. We did it. Brooklyn. We got everything. We got nothing. All love to all of you. With tension in the air after Biggie's comments, Puffy said he backed off from escalating the situation with Death Row, calling it the scariest situation of his life. However, before things concluded, Diddy said he confronted Suge immediately after the Source show at the legendary Chelsea nightclub. As you already understand, Puffy didn't believe those words and decided not to continue the conversation. With that, communication between them stopped, and that's when the newspapers began fueling the East Coast-West Coast rivalry, highlighting things said in magazines about the West Coast and vice versa. Puffy said, "When I saw that cover, I was like, what's going on?" After that night, and with each passing day, the relationship between the two coasts only worsened, and in the end, two legendary rappers were killed. It was after that everyone realized it was time to end all of this. The whole East Coast versus West Coast thing is just media sensationalism. He's been my partner since day one. You know? It's all good between me and him. He's my real one. That's why we came here, to uplift and entertain. We made music for the minds. Ice Cube talked about how the conflict just disappeared. All hip-hop fans were so tired of the East Coast-West Coast feud that they said, "Let's pay attention to what the South is doing. You need to heal your wounds and come back." Subscribe to the channel, and see you soon. Thanks for watching.